What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about creepy pastas. And no, not the pastas like what you eat. Creepy pastas as in stories that we don't know are true or not. Now, of course, these videos are going to be scary. And yes, I'm going to make a series out of this. So if you are too scared, just click off now and go pee in your pants somewhere else. But without further ado, let's get into this. Starting off with one that a lot of people know is smile.jpg or smile dog. If you guys don't know what it is, I'll throw up a photo right here, but smile.jpg first appeared on early internet forums, places like 4chan, Something Awful, and obscure paranormal boards. It was often linked to a chain message with a simple warning: this image will change your life, but you might not want it to. If you don't know what a chain message is, it's pretty much one of those stupid things that say, if you do not send this to 30 people, you will die tonight. The image was a file called smile.jpg, and it was said to be cursed. Viewing it could cause seizures, hallucinations, and even suicidal thoughts, but people just kept sending it. This was said by one of the viewers of the photo. It's a photo of a dog, usually described as a husky, but it's not quite right. The fur is off, colored, greasy looking, and its eyes are human, wide and bloodshot. And its mouth, oh god, its mouth, is stretched to an impossible, razor-sharp grin, ear to ear, too many teeth, the kind of smile that feels predatory. Behind the dog is a dark room, poorly lit in some versions. There's an armchair in the background. Others say they see a figure standing in the shadows, just out of frame in the lower right corner. Then it says, "Smile, God loves you." The text is warped and glitchy, but it almost feels like it was burnt into the image. But what's the story behind this image? Well, the creepypasta is framed as an investigation. A man, who is known as the narrator, is a writer, and he tracks down survivors of the image. Most refuse to talk to him, but one woman, Mary E., claims she received the photo in an email attached years earlier. Her life fell apart after that. She had nightmares every night of the dog appearing at the foot of her bed, whispering in a deep, growling voice, "Spread the word." She never did. She refused to send the image to anyone else. But the dreams got even worse. Eventually, she locked herself in her home, trying to starve the image out of her brain. Shortly before the narrator could interview her in person, Mary E. took her own life. Her last email said only, "I'm sorry I couldn't do it anymore. He comes when you sleep." The narrator eventually received the photo himself, either in an email or he posted anonymously. He opens it, and that's where the story ends. This is one that not many people know, but a fair share. I'll throw up a photo right here, just so you get an understanding. In 1972, a woman appeared in Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles under bizarre and disturbing circumstances. She wasn't like any ordinary patient. She came in wearing nothing but a white, blood-covered gown, and what made her truly horrifying was her face. It wasn't just pale, it was unnaturally smooth. Like porcelain. No eyebrows, no lips, no expressions. Like a lifeless mannequin. Her eyes were wide and glassy, fixed to nothing in particular. She didn't appear injured, though the blood she wore wasn't her own. But the truly horrifying part, she held a dead kitten clenched between her teeth. She calmly removed it and dropped it on the floor. The hospital staff was stunned. They sedated her and brought her into a secure area. Even under sedation, she remained silent, unmoving, and expressionless. Doctors tried to get information out of her, but she wouldn't speak. She didn't react, nor did she flinch. She didn't show any pain. Her presence was deeply wrong. Some staff started saying she wasn't human at all. Then a nurse said something that made her finally react. The nurse told her, You look like a mannequin." That's when the woman smiled. For the first time, a slow, deliberate, unnatural smile. She leaned forward and whispered, "I am God." Then everything happened at once. She attacked, she tore the throat out of the nurse with an inhuman strength. Security was called, but she fought off several men before being sedated again. In the chaos, one doctor was fatally injured, and several others were traumatized. When questioned again, the woman only gave one answer: a long, blank stare, followed by that terrifying smile. Then she vanished. According to the legend, there is no official records of her ever being admitted. No body, no fingerprints, nothing. Just a photo. And the photo often attached to the story is probably from an old mannequin or an FX dummy. It shows a woman with a pale, almost artificial face, wide, dark eyes, and an uncanny, eerie stare. If you've seen it once, you don't forget it. Now, again, we don't know if these are true, but the next one might change your mind. Now, for this next one, everyone's heard of it. It's the devil numbers, it's 666. Now, you might be wondering, what? I thought these were just the devil numbers. Well, yeah, but everything has to come with a story along with it, doesn't it? But this one is a little odd. No, it doesn't involve the devil. No, it's not if you call it, it'll call you back at 3 a.m, but it does follow along the same lines. Now, it's also known as the YouTube channel that shouldn't exist. Back in the early days of YouTube, before it got squeaky clean, there was a whisper about a channel. Not a normal one, a cursed one. The user was supposedly 666. The story that goes that if you typed youtube.com/user/666, your browser would be refreshed, and if you refreshed it enough times, YouTube itself would glitch. The layout would start to distort, the screen would flash, and the buttons would all melt, and then you'd be sucked into another version of YouTube, one not meant for humans. What happens if you enter 666? When the cursed channel loads, everything changes. The background turns deep red, comment section is gone, and thumbnails on the homepage become distorted. They show screaming faces, mutilated animals, rotting dolls, and eyeless figures that stare right at you. You click on one video and it plays. The quality is terrible, like an old VHS footage, but the audio is warped, filled with static and choking sounds. In one video, a woman stands in the corner of a dark room, shaking violently, whispering something in reverse. Every time you click the video gets darker, faster, and louder. Eventually, you stop being able to control your browser. Your mouse doesn't work anymore. You try to close the tab, but it duplicates itself. And and every copy the thumbnail begins to shift. They start showing you from your webcam right now. Then the screen fades to black and you're kicked out. People say no one has ever seen the channel twice, but once it lets you in, it never shows up again. The username doesn't exist, the videos don't, but you know what you saw. Some say it's a backdoor to the Hell server, an alternate version of YouTube where the worst, most disturbing content is stored. Not for moderation, not for humans, but for something else. Other versions say the 666 channel was created by a rogue YouTube developer who died under mysterious circumstances. His channel got deleted, but the code, the energy, the curse remained in the system. There are stories of people who tried to access it and went missing. Others say they began seeing subliminal images flash in other videos, even when watching normal content, like something followed them back. What made this story explode was a viral fan-made video in 2007 showing a simulated username 666 experience. The screen glitched, the interface bled red, thumbnails screamed, and people believed it. Even though it was just an edit, the internet latched onto it and felt too real. And even creepier, if you try searching for user 666 today, it still brings up weird results, dead accounts, glitched links, blank profiles, almost like someone or something is trying to keep it alive. But yet again, all stories of this lead to it being fake, but yet again, I guess we'll never know. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do, make sure to hit that like button and I'll know to make another one. As always, have a great day. Goodbye.